Hey everyone, welcome back to Gray's Horizons. I'm Wolfgang Gray, and today I want to talk about a moment in my life that hit me harder than I expected. When I realized I needed to rethink everything about how I was building long-term financial security. A quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, just my story and perspective. Always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making investment decisions. It was 2020. The world had slowed down. And for many of us, that quiet time brought some very loud thoughts. One of mine was, how much time do I actually have left? Not just to live, but to build something truly secure. At the time, I was living comfortably. Bills were paid, life was steady, but I realized something. Comfort isn't the same thing as security. What if something major changed? What if I couldn't keep earning at the same pace? What if time just ran out before I was ready? I started asking questions, and I saw a pattern. Most people I talked to weren't as prepared for this stage of life as they wanted to be. And I was no exception. Mathematically, I wasn't on track. Not if I wanted the kind of freedom I envisioned. Years ago, I'd owned a few rental properties. I was a landlord. It was a messy but profitable. Eventually, I sold it all and traded it for something simpler. A paycheck, a steady job. But I started wondering, did I give up leverage for comfort? Had I traded growth for predictability? And looking back on all the boom and bust cycles I've lived through, I realized something else. Each one rewrites the rules. When I started working, companies offered pensions and 401ks. Now it's just 401ks. And even those are self-directed. The company I work for doesn't even exist anymore. Security had to come from me. That's when I started looking deeper into asset classes. Real estate, stocks, crypto, commodities. And I noticed something. Every asset class moves in cycles. Boom, bust, recovery, expansion. What changes between them is volatility, but the rhythm, it's always there. I began to pay attention to those patterns, not as predictions, but as signposts. That's when I started investing differently, thinking differently, playing a longer game. And look, I've made mistakes. I said in my very first video, I know a thing or two about gambling. That wasn't a metaphor. Years ago, I sold a business and came into a chunk of money. I got into options trading, not realizing how much leverage was baked in. My gains got big, fast, but so did my losses. I turned that windfall into 1/5 of what I'd started with. That kind of loss humbles you, and it taught me to study not just trends, but risks, and most of all, to protect what I earn. To this day, I avoid investing on margin. I've seen how debt can become a vice grip when things go sideways. I also stay away from options. I've learned from my mistakes. But here's what I want to share with you now. I'm still doing this work. I'm still investing. I've watched some of my assets go up, then down, and then rise again. That cycle, it's not just theory, it's real. It's playing out right now. And the better I understand it, the better I connect in ways that keep me calm and confident. These days, I don't just research casually. I dig deep. I seek out new sources, new voices and tools that help me make smarter decisions and avoid the kinds of traps that took me down before. If I could give you one idea from all this, it's this. Treat it like a game, not to be careless, but to learn the rules. Build your strategy and understand that there are real ways to win. The rules aren't handed to you. You have to hunt for them, test them, refine them. The good news, you don't have to do it alone. Others have figured this out, so can we. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how I picked the investment vehicles that made the most sense for me and why I made the choices I did based on my risk tolerance, my time horizon, and my goals. If you're in that place of realizing your strategy might not match your vision, I hope this video gave you something to think about. Hit that like and subscribe button and join me as we keep walking this road together. I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.